Good morning, everyone. Welcome to High Vibe Morning. Hi, my name is Kelly Lunt. I'm your host. I'm a law of attraction expert and intuitive channel of source energy. So I love helping you guys just get high vibe, aka happy in the moment. I love to help you guys hear your next step so that you can just take that next step towards your desire. And I love helping you build a plan so that you love the journey to get there. Hey, Leona. Hey, Concha. Guys, I apologize for being just a couple minutes late today. I got lost in my spiritual book. But I suppose that's only more knowledge that I get to share with you guys. But anyway, thanks for your patience and thanks for joining. So as always, for those of you who are new, I start with a general message from Spirit so that if you can't join live, you can still come back and hear a message just for you in the beginning. And then I move on to free mini reads. Of course, super chats get a little priority. But I go free for 30 minutes. And then after that, if you guys want the show to continue, that's when I do ask for super chats. But without further ado, guys, and good morning, everyone. Thanks for coming. Thanks for saying hello. Hey, Holly. Let's just dive in since it is a couple minutes late. So if you guys want to meditate with me, close your eyes. Call all your energy back to you, releasing all others, just allowing your energy to fill up with your energy. 50% grounding into your body, 60% feeling more comfortable, feeling a softening in your body, letting go of the muscles in your stomach and in between your backs, 70% filling up with your own energy, letting go of everyone else's energy and relaxing the muscles in your neck and your shoulders. 80% calling all your energy back to you and filling up 80% fully grounded in your body. Just acquainting yourself with this feeling of groundedness in your body. Just feel how a little bit solid, steady, stable you feel. And now 85% filling up with your own energy. Feeling that little bit of a power shift of, whoa, I exist, I'm significant and important. And releasing everyone else's energies, calling all your thoughts and focus back into the here and now, filling 90% up in your body with your own energy. And that's what we would like to come in and talk to you guys about today. Life is about enjoying, but there's a difference between enjoying next fun thing after next fun thing after next fun thing. That's a build up and excitement, fun thing, and then a drop. A build up, excitement, and then a drop. When you're full of your own energy, and most of your focus is attuned to you and your own inner guidance system, your solar plexus, your inner being, that's when you're tapped into your preferences. And that's where I'm the kind of person who I just love making money off the stock market. I love making money off helping more clients. Then you're living a life of where you're always attracting in clients. There'll be a little bit of okay, now that this is stable in my life, it's not quite as fun as it used to be, but it's definitely a way I love to spend my time. I also love working out. When you tap into that, this is me, this is who I am. I love making money this way. I love doing yoga. I love putting makeup on. I love wearing dresses. I love working out. That's when you're living a life where you're always calling forth life to you. I do enjoy dinner parties. Instead of, woohoo, I manifested a dinner party, it was so fun, and then having to start all over, one off manifesting. When you allow your focus to shift on these are just things that I enjoy doing, that's when your life feels fulfilled, feels satisfied. And one thing that helps you do that is if you put a frame on your life. But many of you are going to have a hard time with that because you feel like, no, my freedom is inhibited when I do that. I like to be free. I don't want like shackles of responsibility. But a frame is essentially, this is me in the inside. I'm 90% full of my own energy, and I enjoy making money off the stock market. I enjoy teaching yoga, and this area of my life is getting revved up so that I'm selling out retreats. It's not quite yet right to be doing them, but that energy is aligning. This part of me, oh, I love spending time with my babe. It's so fun. This part of me is reorienting and restructuring my social life. That's going to smooth out. There's going to be shifts. Some are going to go down in importance. Some are going to elevate and go up in importance. That frame gives you something to focus on instead of just, I like being whimsical. And that's what we'd like to talk to all of you about today. Wow, I feel like Spirit just, hey, Leona. Ooh, supporting the show. Leona, thank you. Let me at least pull a card for you. Oh, and Antoinette made it. What's up? Brandon made it. Oh, you got your question. We'll start hitting with your questions, guys. Oh, and especially, it seems like Spirit kind of dropped a little bit of a, today we're getting serious. Pink Lady, I'm deeply depressed and I feel something is wrong. How do we go on? What do you mean, how do we go on? Oh, how do you go on? Oh, fuck, that's a deep question. Yeah, for now, just breathe. Well, and let's pull some cards. And I bet that frame, Pink Lady, that they were talking about in the general, like, what's your frame? What are points of focus? Because, like, depression is a state of feeling hopeless. So it's ask yourself, what is it that you want that you feel hopeless about getting? Answer me that question. I can coach you through that. One card for Leona. Thank you so much for the support of the show. Honestly, that makes my day so much. Because yes, I love selling my courses and my masterminds, but I also love just coming live for free too. And that like helps make it happen. Okay, Leona, you're in a process of like allowing yourself to feel beautiful. You're in a process of allowing yourself to, it's okay for me to not worry about others' problems and solve other problems. Like this is how I like spending my time. And a lot of that is also like part of your frame. One of the areas is you're starting to like feel beautiful from the inside out. Let me know if you got any clarifier questions on that one. Find something to laugh about. Really, it helps me so much. I'll watch a funny movie if I'm feeling down. Hello from Wisconsin. Yo, Yolanda, your name's new. Hello from Wisconsin. I'm so sad. When will my son come home? Oh, no. Where's your son? Okay, guys, just start hitting me with your questions. Let's get into some mini reads for people. And, of course, super chats will get a little priority in the encouraged amount of $20. But the first 30 minutes, I always come live for free. After that is when it's if you want your question answered, I do need super chats at that point. Concha, you guys. Oh, my God. This is like high vibe morning for Kelly Lunt. Y'all are high vibing my morning. All right, let's get one card for Concha. And then like, let's see some, if you guys just want me to like spitball and keep talking on whatever, Concha, on whatever it is I feel you guys need, I'm happy to do that. But I'm also happy to dive into mini reads for people. And Pink Lady, I'm waiting for your answer too. Because depression is a state. It's an emotional, if you say I'm depressed, whenever you say I am, you become that and you pinch yourself off emotionally so that like spirit can't send you anything. If you go, I feel depressed, it at least opens up a little bit. And depression's not a feeling. It's like a state of being. But the emotion underneath it is hopeless. So you go, oh, I just feel hopeless. I feel hopeless about being happy. My son moved away. I have no friends. Now we have something we could work with. So I need to know what is it that you feel hopeless about so that I can help you. And Concha's, Concha, that's interesting. Concha, you're not, okay. I just want to let you know, wherever you're like not feeling settled in your energy, like be okay with that because you're in a huge moment of transformation and it's the bridge card. So you're at this side of the bridge, recognizing I want to go that way. I need to go that way, but you haven't yet stepped on the bridge. So it's, be okay, Concha, that you don't know what your next step is yet. Can you be in a place of being proud of yourself for stepping up to the bridge? The bridge of, I'm stepping up to the bridge of womanhood. I'm stepping up to the bridge of bringing my good femininity, but also other things of value. That's a huge shift for everyone to go through. But for you, that's also a huge shift. The harmonizing internal shifts, meditation, Concha, and the Becoming Who You Really Are course is going to be your best friend for the good next 2 to 3 weeks, because it's the wobble you're feeling is from bringing both. And then it's like, because there's always that, but wait, what do I feel doubtful about? Am I giving too much? You're getting used to a new state of being, and be okay that you haven't taken the step on your bridge to the next book of your life. Like you've closed one book down, but your fingers like, Okay, this book's done. Here's my bridge. I got to go to the next one. My book is over there. I don't know if I want to take my finger out of this book yet. Maybe there's something else I still want to enjoy out of this book, and this book being a way of living life, a way of being. So just be okay that I'm proud of myself for scoping out what the next book could look like. Be okay that you just want to be for a couple weeks because you've got a good life, Concha. You're good to go. All right, let's see some questions. Lately, I've been trying to accept that hurt people, and staying happy as often as possible. Okay. I would like the card to be focused on my relationship. Oh, interesting. Well, I wonder, focus that on your relationship. Oh, we'll be okay with just being with him and enjoying the luxuries of life and enjoying that you two got it good and are both successful. Good morning, Naomi Peach. Holding hope for my relationship with my youngest to improve. Antoinette, could I get a general? Brandon, oh my God, Lana, that is a big one that I recognized recently. The hurt people hurting people. I guess I'll talk on that. I don't know if you channel any changes coming if you have time. Yoga, cool, love it. Good morning, Karina. Good morning, everyone. Thanks for hanging out. Okay, and I'm still waiting to hear from Pink Lady about what is it you feel hopeless about. But I do think that this next thing that Leona said, I've been trying to accept that hurt people and staying happy as often as I can. Okay, that's also going to help people who are trying to get out of a state of depression. So yes, hurt people, but it's not about accepting he's hurt. It's okay that he hurt me. Like, it's okay for you to not be in a relationship with some people. Okay. But like, what's more important for you, I accept that hurt people. I accept that there's wrongdoings in the world. Some of your focus is going towards that. There's wrongdoings in the world, hurt people. There's things I can't control, the border crisis, wars in all the countries, threats of nuclear bombs. Is America helping a genocide over there? Like, there's all these things. Some of your focus is going there instead of being present in the moment. How can I stay happy when all of that's going on? Does that make sense? Because that's what you're saying. When I have my circle, my pie of where my mental and my emotional bandwidth can go, how can I stay happy when like half of it is there's all this hurt people? So you're now operating at only 50%. Do you kind of see that? Okay, so and this is that book that we've been talking about in High Vibe Mornings. What's the name of the book? Whew. I think it's called Transformation by Robert Greene. I think it's Robert A. Greene. It might be Robert Johnson. It's called Transformation, and he wrote the books He, She, We. And I'll try to have the book on hand tomorrow to show you guys, just in case you want to go read it. I've had to read it like 5 times. It's condensed. But it talks about 3 states of being in there. There's the youthful innocence phase, which is where you have a very rich inner world, very rich imagination. A kid will put a cape on and be like, I'm Wonder Woman, let's just go have fun. And all the adults who are jaded in the second stage, the complex man stage, are, wow, look, the kid's just so joyful. They could just have fun whenever and wherever. The third stage, which is Satori, Zen, enlightenment, there's no difference from the outside perspective from the person in category 1 and category 3. But the big difference is the youthful energy is living in their world. That's when I'm eating a sandwich, I'm happy. The Satori is, yeah, there are things going on in the world that are definitely outside of my control. And that definitely, if I were to focus on them, would make me feel sad. But right now, I have a good friend next to me and we're on a hike and we're eating a sandwich at the top, enjoying the view. Also, from the outside, they don't look any different. The complex man is like, how can you just sit there and enjoy? The complex man will look at a kid and go, well, whatever, it's a little kid. They'll look at the enlightened one, the Satori one, the stage where like all of us should kind of thrive to be at, and go, how can you just sit there and be happy when there's like wrongdoings in the world? Okay, Robert Greene is 48 Laws of Power. Okay, it's definitely not by Robert Greene. It's there. Maybe it's Robert A. Johnson. Do you guys want me to Google it for you really quick? I should probably have this stuff like on an Amazon affiliate link. It's Robert A. Johnson, Transformation. I'm like, yeah, there it is. Here, I'll get you guys a link to it. I should get this on an affiliate link. Oh, I guess I can't. Oh yeah. Okay, found it on Amazon. I should definitely. Why not, man? I should be making money. Oh, interesting. It's transformation, understanding the three levels of masculine consciousness. How interesting. That's the book right there, guys. And so, so if you're where you're at, Leona, you're in the middle one, which just means everything's going to be complicated. Everything's going to be that's when you're with friends who are, well, I don't have people who really resonate with me and I've got to love them. Right. When Satori is more like, I'm a morning person. I want people who like to play in the morning. I'm a gym rat. I want someone else to play with me at the gym. Not, okay, well, I love this person and I want them in my life and they don't like playing the way I like. It's okay. I don't need them. So just recognize that if that's where you guys are at, you have a strong vibration of settling active within you. Instead of, okay, this is a good friend. This is a good starting point. Universe, I would like to start doing things like this, XXX. There's like a local farm is doing like a music thing this weekend. I have a subset of friends that like that's just not their thing. And I'm like, guys, why wouldn't you want to go? They're giving away little free saplings of like local trees. We can start growing it from a local sapling. So when we like buy houses, we could plant it. Or maybe just get an indoor tree in our house. Like, come on, that'd be cool. Like I've got plants and bushes and vines in my house and lemon trees, but I want like a tree. And they're going to have like little clog fun dancers, and I'm like, okay, well, I'm going to have my niece and I'm like, I'm not going to call the friend group who are, why are you calling us at 6 a.m, right? Because I'm not going to settle. I'm going to love them and like how I connect with them and also go, and universe, I need a morning friend. And universe, who are the people who are going to go enjoy this awesome like music, food, fun festival with me? So it's crossing out of stable or out of, what did I say? Stable, stagnant, out of settle and into universe. Can you start showing me how to like thrive and feel alive? Fun, 40, flirty. Well, I don't remember that saying exactly, but so that's where you're at and that's where you're going. And do you guys want me to keep talking? But this is your free 30 minutes, guys. Oh, and thank you for the donations, guys. Oh, that just made my day. I'm wondering if moving far away from my family of origin would be in alignment for me. Wow, Brandon, that's a good one. Are you still, is it okay if I talk about, if you guys show up, can I talk about you guys like a little bit? Are you still, I'm going to say it and you tell me if it's okay or not okay, and I'll know going forward. So are you still like teaching? Is that what you're still doing? Okay, so Brandon wants some information on moving away from his family of origin. Is it in alignment? What does he need to know? I used to talk to my plants. Now I just appreciate them and love them. Oh, well, recognize the reason why it's hard for you, or the biggest thing that you actually feel sad about is like, because you are a protector of that family and those people, and you kind of see like they need this type of protection. I look out for them in that way. And there's a little bit of like, if I leave, they won't have that protection. So recognize that that's where most of your sadness is coming from for the move. What you need, is that what he needs to hear? My George, my spirit guide said yes, and don't doubt yourself. So what you need to hear is that people have their own magnetic force within them. They need that protection, right? And right now they're manifesting that from you. Once you leave, if that's still something they want, if that's an active vibration within them, it's going to come from someone else. Ooh, how does that hit, Brandon? You nailed it. Thank you. Good. I'm glad that helped, Leona. So Leona, if you want a little, as I'm waiting for Brandon to comment on what that said, Leona, what I like to do is I like to shake my root chakra and go, I'm releasing stagnation. I'm releasing stagnation. I'm releasing, you weren't stagnation. I'm sorry. You were settle. I'm releasing settling. I'm releasing settling. And then you want to get to validating. I get that for X amount of years and X amount of time, I kind of had to settle. And it's because, the pandemic happened. I understand why I shut down. It was a scary time. I didn't know what to expect. But now that things are lightening up again, it's also okay for my energy to like loosen up and lighten up and call more in. When I'm calling more in, I like to shake my heart chakra. When I'm releasing something, I like to shake my root chakra. That's just me though. You don't have to do that part, but I'm releasing that energy and I love it. I love it how it protected me. I love how it provided for me. And I get why I did it. I love myself for doing it. Here are things I was able to accomplish in that slow down period of my life. But now I want to call in fun and happiness. And I've been so out of touch with those emotions for a while that they feel foreign to me. So it's okay if I'm just going to slowly acquaint myself with those energies. You heard Concha's read where she was like at the bridge and they said, just be proud of yourself for stepping up to the bridge and being at this state of like, okay, here's my old life. So for you, your old life is um I keep wanting to say stagnant, but that wasn't the word. Settling. I get why I settled. I didn't want to face even more uncertainty, vulnerability, making new friends and going out trying new things when like the pandemic was going on. I understand that. But hey, I'm at least now being open to acquaint myself to higher vibrations. So I'm going to enjoy that I'm at a stabilizing period. So universe just starts showing me small, short, little things, gentle things that I could do to tap into the vibration of happiness, of thrive, of feeling good. Um, Okay. Shimmy it out and breathing. Yeah. The message is pretty accurate. I have been a big provider. This message is pretty accurate. I've been a big provider. Settled. Oh, thank you guys. Okay. So Brandon. Okay. So does it hit home that if they have that vibration active within them, it's still going to come? And like, I mean, I could give a personal example if you want, but does that just make sense? I had a friend who's definitely in like a down and out phase, and she was just like, "Can someone else just please take care of me?" Another set of friends who had more money than me at the time, they paid for everything, took her out, and then they were kind of like, "Okay, we wanted to do it, we like doing it. It's no longer fun for us. We're going to pull back a little." I then kind of stepped up for a while, but then I felt a little like, I don't know if I feel appreciated, and I don't have unlimited money. And not only do I have unlimited money, I didn't want to spend it all that way. When we backed off, she started going on dates with other guys who started taking her out. So she had that point of attraction, Brandon, for being taken out and treated. So it's recognizing them as empowered. And I think this is module 2 of my Becoming Who You Really Are course. It's they are figuring it out. So what you would want to be in a state of manifesting is, universe, can you help start showing me how they're empowered? Can you start help me seeing how they'll be okay if I move away? I'm not sure I want to move yet, but if I move, I know that I want to feel rest assured that it's an okay move for me. And part of helping me feel rest assured that that's in alignment for me is I want to be able to see better and have a deeper sense of knowing they're going to be okay without me. So can you start helping me see them as empowered? Can you start helping me see who else can take care of them? How else they'll get that need met? Does that make sense, Brandon? Um, okay, yeah, the other cards are starting to light up now. I kind of do think you're going to move, Brandon. I do think you're going to move. And it's going to be a happy ending. It's going to be one of those like, oh, Karina, thank you so much. It is going to be one of those when a kid moves away to go to like college or to like start their first job, the bulk percentage of people are, of course, I'm going to miss you. I'm sad, but I'm also so excited for you to like start your own thing. And it's almost as if they've kind of been waiting for you to like spread your little wings, you know? So it's just there's just a little bit of like, but I'm so familiar with this. My city's so good. I know what to expect here. I'm giving up familiarity. So it's kind of recognizing that, like, overall, what I would say, Brandon, to answer your question more directly now, your energy loosened up, so you're ready for it. I would say it is in alignment, and you know that. What you're doing is you're feeling some contrast that's making you think it's not in alignment. But guys, there's 6 steps to law of attraction. Step 1, do the ask. And this is in my law of attraction course, all broken down in much more detail than I can obviously do right now. Because there's like 2 to 3 hours that I go into the nitty gritty of each and every step. But there's step 1, you do the ask. So you've asked for something and step 2 is the universe comes in and gives you new emotions, new thoughts, and actions to take. Step 3, you got to be in receptive mode to hear the ideas, to feel the new thoughts, and to get the ideas. Yours is to move. Step 4 is just when you're so good at receiving that it's ask, receive, ask, receive. Step 5 is when you feel vibrational contrast. And it's like, why did they break up with me? And instead of downward spiraling, or how do you navigate your emotions as you downward spiral so that you still manifest? Because you guys can absolutely manifest while you feel bad. I have that bundle that I'm putting together right now. And how do you navigate your emotions so that you can get back into step one and get into the receiving mode? Step six is the absolute utter mastery of law of attraction. And that's where you embrace that every single thing that you manifest, every single step that you take has contrast in it. So it's okay, I get it. This move is in alignment for me. I'm never going to feel good and happy about I'm leaving my family, bye. I'm never going to be like, I'm leaving you guys, bye. I embrace it. It's going to feel sad for me that there's going to be contrast there. However, most of my energy is feeling good about this. I'm going to go ahead and go towards it. Right? Like I'm always going to have a little bit of contrast when I get married and start a family. There's always going to be a fear of, oh my God, I'm trapped to this person for at least 18 years. Oh my God, what if they like change in 2 years, 5 years, and I like married them and had kids with them and like, oh, right? I'm gonna have to embrace that on my, okay, even though I have that fear, this is still a good man. Like, let's do this. So that's why it's like and in terms of like cog sci in your brain, they tracked this, and I don't know if it was a study or like just a scan of the brain, but it's nervousness and excitement are the same emotion. Was it nervousness and excitement, or was it fear and excitement? I don't remember if it was fear and excitement or nervousness and excitement, but it's when you're climbing up a hill, are you looking up and go, oh, we're almost to the top, eager, excited? Or are you looking down and going, so it must be fear, looking down and going, oh my God, I might fall. So that journey is going to have both emotions there no matter what. So it's in alignment. You know it's in alignment. Just because you're feeling things that are not good, I hope that makes sense. Okay, so one of the things is that you're losing that sense of familiarity. That's never going to feel good. And anytime you move to somewhere new, there is insecurity, which is vibe number 22. You can Google the emotional guidance list. It's the lowest vibe there. So there's always going to be insecurity when you move somewhere new or when you go on a vacation. Someone asked Spirit one time, I was so looking forward to my vacation. It was a beautiful, like on the water beach hut. How did I get sick? They were like, oh, anytime you go somewhere new, you're at the vibration of insecurity. You ignored that emotion, and instead of managing it and dealing with it, you ignored it, so it kept growing. So you got sick, so that you wouldn't go all gung-ho and explore a new area. It was your way of protecting yourself. Okay, but so what I can tell you is that if you go ahead and like do the move, it's like parts work and splits work. This move is going to help your inner world come together so that you're going to feel more whole and complete. And it's going to be a time of blossoming for you to really step into your own, because you're not going to feel the other people's energies about like what they want from you, what they think you should do. So you're going to be able to more tap into like your energy and like, oh man, I actually like doing this. Or like, hey, I know I used to do that every Sunday, but like, I don't like doing that. Oh, wow. I didn't realize I was doing that for mom. So you're going to have that kind of like, oh, this is me. Then it's like, and once you go through that journey, then you'll be able to move wherever you want, even if it's back there somewhere new, and be like, this is me. This is how I like to provide. Who likes to be provided for that way? So that way you can get to win-win relationships instead of, even though you felt good, I'm not picking up anything like toxic or anything bad with your family. You'll still be win-win. Who are the people who like to receive how I like to provide? Like guys, I like making cashew muffins. Guys who want flour and like full on sugar, I don't want to date them. I want a guy who's like, babe, are you gonna make me those cashew muffins today? I'll be like, heck yeah, I will. Or I like making zucchini noodles. And oh, I love making zucchini noodles. So I want a man who's, yeah, my babe's making sure to get my vegetables in. I'll of course throw in some like regular pasta and find another starch, but that's the way I don't know, I hope that makes sense. Yeah, I do think you're going to move. It's in alignment. I hope that makes sense. I hope that helped. And okay, I'll go ahead and pull, I guess, a card for Karina. If you guys, the 30 minutes is up. Guys, this time flew by. It was so fun. I really enjoyed this High Vibe Monday. And thank you to the people who just donated to show appreciation and support. That was amazing. You guys completely made my day. So thank you. Thank you for the lattes that you bought me. I will probably buy myself a latte with that money later. If you do want me to do your personal read or just want the show to continue, I do encourage super chats now. It's encouraged in the amount of $20. But let me go see. I see a $5 one, so let me pull a card for that. I'm looking for a new job, but not entirely sure what it is. I would prefer to have my business being successful enough. What should I focus on the most when I have obligations, kids? Oh, interesting. Oh, okay. Well, it's very specific to you didn't ask, how do I get it successful? You asked, what should I focus on the most when I have obligations, kids? And it's where you got to get into those three levels I was talking about. You got to get into the third one. Right now, life's not so bad. I'm feeding my children. I'm changing diapers. And you have to find a sense of satisfaction. Satisfaction. I kind of like the way I'm pronouncing it. You got to find a sense of satisfaction. And this is how I'm spending my time for the rest of the evening. My kids are home. This is how I'm spending my time. And like, it's like segment intending is a law of attraction way of saying it. But since you're a mom, it's called transitions for kids. It's like kids have a hard time transitioning from one task to another. So when they're like 2 or 3, you really got to help them. Like, okay, we got to leave the park, and they kick and scream and cry and try to run away. And you got to go, oh, I can see how much you want to stay at the park. You got to validate them a little. I can see how mad you are. You don't want to leave the park, huh? Because it's so fun here. And they're like, yeah. And go, I understand. And they're like, you do? You're like, I do. I wish we could stay here longer myself, but we got to go home to get dinner. Since we got to go to the car, would you like to run or skip? You're teaching them how to transition from one task to another. Okay, so now that we're all adults, though, essentially what it is like you got to transition. You got to like segment block your time. Law of attraction calls this segment intending. If you want to like wind down energy of one section of your day and wind up the energy of a new one. And like that's all you're missing to be able to better focus your time right now, Karina. It's okay. I just got my kids to school. I did the good mom thing. I got them to school. I fed them. I did a good job. Give yourself some acknowledgement, like acknowledge that masculine energy. I did a good job. I got this and this and this done, a sense of accomplishment. And now I'm letting the energy of my kids go. Over the next 4 hours, I need to focus on getting all the ingredients ready for dinner. And I want to get this one thing done on my business. Then pick which one you're going to do and go, I'd like to get this done swiftly, easily, with a clear mind, with my inner being bringing me into alignment as I'm doing the cooking. You get the casserole ready. You go, okay, great. At 3 o'clock, I got to pop this in the oven, then run and get my kids. You put the cover on it, get the timer set, and go, okay, I also did the good mom thing for later today. Next segment intending. Now I'm starting the segment of my day where I get to focus on my business. And depending where you're at, it might be, when I was first launching my spiritual business, it was, wow, I just need to get in alignment on the topic of my business alone. So I would, okay, I'm just going to meditate on this topic, or I'm going to look at that vibrate emotional guidance list and go, where am I at? And I'm like, oh, I'm at fear. And I just like slowly worked myself up day by day. So like the first couple months of me working on my business was actually me just bringing myself into alignment on my business again. Now that I'm in alignment, I've been doing this daily and I'm getting used to the routine and the schedule of it. Now I've been able to write copy for my website. So, okay, thank you for your time. Love listening to others too. You are welcome. Okay, so I really hope that helped, Karina. I think that should, at least, in short, you've got to just segment and time your time, do a transition, go, right now I don't have to worry about the kids. Right now I got to focus on my business and I want to make it successful and thriving and popping. So and like, universe, my time, my mental bandwidth, help guide me there in the quickest, smoothest, easiest way possible. And then what happens is when the kids come back home, you have to let go of your work. Like, I got done what I got done. The universe will help me prioritize more tomorrow, no matter what. I'm committing to my business taking off in a fun, enjoyable way for me that beautifully supports for my family. But right now it's time for me to just be with my kids. Okay. And now with your kids, the last little bit of this message is you got to allow yourself to feel that even though there's so much gratification and fulfillment and meaning in your life that comes from kids and being their mom, you've also got to admit the contrast, which is, and this, even though as fulfilling and gratifying this is, it's not enough for me. It's not enough for me. Universe, I need something else, because what you're looking for is a sense of accomplishment. Momhood gives you more the emotional state of satisfaction, satisfying, gratifying, meaning. It doesn't give you that sense of accomplishment. Accomplishment is dopamine. Dopamine is action. This is masculine, feminine energy versus masculine energy. Feminine energy is being, is, oh, I just love that I get to spend this time with you, satisfying, gratifying. Masculine energy is, I just accomplished this. So if any of you are trying to manifest drive, universe, give me drive, give me motivation, that's thinking. Thinking thoughts isn't going to get you anywhere. You first got to get to the emotional state and the energy. Once you got the energy right, then you're like, oh my God, the thoughts are coming to me, the inspired ideas, and you keep going and take action on those ideas. So, what else? I'm trying to thought. The emotional state of wanting drive, of wanting motivation. But the guides are being very clear right now. You absolutely have to practice the segment intending thing. So your very next step is practice because right now your energy is just leaking everywhere, thinking about everything all the time. Nope, I'm not thinking about my kids right now because this is the 2-hour block where I'm focused on my business. My timer went up. That's right. I got to pop my thing in the oven and get my kids. And since I'm with my kids, I'm not beating myself up for what I get done or business because that time block's done. Now it is time to be with my kids. So that's your next step. And they're saying it's going to take you a good 2-3 weeks for that just to become your way of being, to have segment in 10 your days. But it's when you have the acknowledgement of, I love them, but I'm also looking for something else and looking for something more. And I'm looking for a sense of accomplishment. Show me what it feels like, universe, to feel accomplished.